Then I had a
Okay.
leak in the front bedroom
It's
on
ready to
one
record.
wall.
I'll let you know
And
when.
then on the other wall, I saw the brick had watermarks, came in the bedroom, carpet was wet.
Dámela.
I'll get it.
I got it right here.
She needs to, don't you think?
Well, it's just been closed up.
She needs to get this out of here.
This is, I mean, you can fix
She
this.
may sell it as is.
Yeah,
If she does, she'll sell it real cheap. You could go spend.
she might want to just get rid of it, who
Why
knows?
don't you buy it?
If you can get it for 50 grand, I'd buy it.
¿Cómo le haces?
You can open it up.
Condition these things.
La que no levantaste en la luz. Dámela.
Ooh, look how nasty.
Ya la tengo en la cabeza.
Sí lo creo.
Así, Shirley.
La-
She didn't
rato.
clean it when she
Ya quitan-
left.
casi-
Oh,
That's what they go, Coffee?
Ya.
Well, that happens.
Oh, there it is.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just,
Just put some lime in
Did
it.
you see?
Ahí lo marrón para acá y lo marrón. They tied into the drain to the restroom.
Ya acá quebraron acá también.
Ya lo sí. Pero
Well,
el piso
when
está
we
todo
move
¿no?
stuff like furniture, stuff,
You don't want to look at this one.
Ahí lo ponemos para hacer. No tiene así, le pone que está.
Look, this there's right. Can't stand it. What is that? Water? Yeah. That water.
Look at that snake.
Turn it around.
Oh, there go like that.
So press the record button.
No lo miro, ¿cuál es?
The one with the camera at the bottom on the other red light next to it.
Este.
The middle one, middle.
Este.
Yeah. Okay, we're recording. Okay, so we're inside unit 37, downstairs by the AC drain. The pipe going into the wall, possibly a drain or a vent. If it's gonna go into the, okay, we're going down, and 45 is down to, and then we see a T, sanitary T, which is coming from somewhere else. Could that be the washer?
Yeah,
And then as we go down,
there it is. Right there.
we see a pipe. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. They drop a piece of pipe in there. Now it looks, yeah, they drop a piece of pipe. It looked like they cut off a piece, they fell in there.
Yeah,
oh,
there it is.
That's the problem right there.
where you have to, like, pull it out.
We had to put it out somehow. And I think the only way we can do it, we're gonna have to cut that out.
Or they put a pipe within a pipe.
Well, they probably dropped it when they were cutting it off. That's what it looks like they were cutting off a coupling.
And then there's a piece of pipe stuck in there.
Yeah.
Push it, see if you can move it.
Ah, man,
But if
you
you
want-
go down inside that pipe, will it be a blockage?
it's not a pipe. It's a piece of pipe.
Piece of pipe.
Yeah. It's literally, you can clearly see where they cut it. If it was a pipe, it would be more. That's a coupling. That look like a coupling. You see that glue?
Yeah.
And on the bottom, it may be a 45 or 90.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So you're thinking if you pull that out, it will unclog it?
So you think that inside that pipe, you think there's blockage or it's dirt,
that's the blockage right there. That pipe in there. That's a piece of pipe.
but you can't clean that out?
We can try, like I said, cut this out here.
Would that be easiest, just stick a line down there and try to route it out and see if it's just a bunch of algae in there?
It's only gonna make it worse because you're gonna push that fitting, that piece of pipe
Further down.
further down, and you're gonna make it worse. Right now, it's kind of loose. You can see where it's not gonna make anything go through, not even the snake. What I'm suggesting is cutting out these pieces of pipe here, and maybe go cut that T, everything, redo this, and then that way we'll be at that level, and then we can look in there and try to grab it with
I'm
something.
getting at my mom.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
Take down a piece of wire from that point there, cut that out.
yeah, and then if you pull that out, that might just solve the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But you don't think there's any algae or trash inside that
Well, they may be, but that's
1-inch pipe?
that's the main issue right there. That pipe, that
And
piece of
if you
pipe.
pulled that pipe, you'd be able to run a
Can
snake
you,
down
can
there
you,
and clear
can
everything
you,
out.
can you
right?
try to get some vice grips on there and pull it out?
Like I said, we have to do it at that point. We can't do it from up here. We have to cut out that T,
Mom?
so it can be level. And
That's not necessarily a solution, it's just to find out where it's going or what it's.
that is a solution.
That is, okay.
that piece of pipe right there is clogging it. It's clogged. It's
Okay.
Yeah. Mom,
Yes, son.
that little pipe that's in there is debris.
yeah.
So, I don't know.
That's
This
not
man
part
right
of that, that's not,
This man is on the board right here.
But that's-
He lives right downstairs.
Oh, wow.
They were gonna go get a second opinion from some other plumber, I don't know. But I said, I'm getting that right now. So what's the deal? I don't know.
Debris, basically, and then unfortunately, this debris is a piece of pipe. You can see, show the middle part, David.
He's saying
The
try to
middle,
pull
put down.
that pipe out.
That's the middle of the pipe. You can see that's the other end of the piece, right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So it's a piece of pipe that's in
there's
there.
no reason why there should be a little piece
So
of
he's
pipe
gotta
inside of a
come
big
in
piece
here
of pipe.
to the L shape or whatever it is, separate that and try to go down there and pull that out.
Okay.
Let me see how far in is. Let me see.
Or where,
That's the
where you
time.
would have to cut it.
Yeah, it's at least.
It's done, it's over
Yeah,
there.
it's probably like maybe 1.5 feet, maybe closer to 2 to the bottom. That's probably where 90's over to the main.
So how in the hell did that pipe get down in there and how in the hell did they cut it that far down?
Well, they were work. It's obvious they were doing some work because. Remember when I was telling you something that they must have busted? This is where they busted out this concrete right here,
Uh-huh.
right here. Maybe a little bit over here. They probably went in there and did a time.
For something like that, would you have to bust the concrete, or could you go through the,
Like I said, we can try taking it out with a piece of wire or something.
or like like something and pull it out?
Grab
or
it, put
something
it
like
out.
that?
If we're
Is
not
that
able
what
to,
the issue is? It's just
Right there.
this piece of pipe?
Yeah.
It's not clogged and corroded?
No,
No.
that's it.
Oh,
But who did that?
I have no idea.
somebody that worked on it.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's concrete right here. It look like it's been broken right here.
Whoever did that remodel up there.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the only way to get in there, they would have had to break out someone over here too.
But that's okay.
I'm probably thinking it's under this.
But you can't get you can't get a camera down that small pipe, can you?
It's not a pipe. It's a fitting. It's a coupling.
Right.
It's not a pipe.
So is it a pipe within a pipe?
Yeah, it's like a piece of a
Yeah.
pipe within that 2-inch thing.
Yeah, yeah. You can see that middle. That's already on it. You can see that through. See that middle? That's through.
Right. So how in the world did they get that cut off piece of pipe down in that ground?
They could have been working on it, maybe here, to make that tie-in. Because remember I told you there's another tie-in up here.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, there's another tie-in. Where's the tie-in? Right there. See that?
Yeah.
Show 'em, David.
Yeah.
Right. No.
This,
That.
And where does that come from? Upstairs?
It could be coming from upstairs.
And then when it comes down into the ground
Yeah.
drain, it stops.
Yep. So I'm thinking that that's the tie-in they did for the upstairs,
Yeah.
and maybe this. The only way we can confirm that if we throw some water in there. You want to put some water in the washer and like stop it like right away.
A little water, a bucket of water, something? On the drain,
Yeah.
the high?
No, upstairs.
Yeah.
No, the drain, the high drain is over here.
Well, can
Upstairs is.
you pour water down this drain here and see if it?
No, I need to see it come out of there.
Oh,
Out of here.
Yeah.
Oh.
To confirm if it comes from up
Yeah.
there.
oh, okay.
So the
Go up there and throw some water in there.
on the P-trap inside the washer drain?
Yeah, it's not up there. It's in the.
Yeah, it's in the cubby hole there.
Yeah.
I need a cup or something to get.
So that little inch and a quarter pipe that's down there, is that just stuck down in there?
It's stuck. That's probably a 90 going, and it's stuck right there at the 90.
But is it connected to something? You think it's just sitting in
It's
there?
debris.
Debris.
It's trash.
So it just kind of like maybe fell down in there when they were working on it?
They fell down in, or somebody threw it in there. I mean,
You think you can pull it out? You think?
hopefully.
I'm gonna go up there and do it.
I mean, okay.
Without having to like break the cement
Right.
would be the best way to do
Right.
it.
So what do we do now?
I mean, of course, a company is going to try to make you the money and sell you, a tonneau
Do
or
what
work
now?
through. But
Well,
He thinks that may be some debris that fell into the pipe that's
From
causing the
upstairs.
blockage. He needs to try to get that little piece of pipe out of there and see if that's what's causing
I
it.
can see it more clearly here with this camera than with your video,
Yeah,
that's a bigger that's a
Right.
wider camera.
and it's got more.
So,
And I can clearly see that that's a 90 down under there.
right.
That it's going over.
Because it goes like.
Yeah, it may be a P-trap. I was telling him
Yeah.
that they usually put the P-traps down there, so it could be a P-trap in there.
Could the next solution be, if that pipe doesn't move or you can't get it out, to put a fish line in there and try to route it out and see if there's trash just built up in there? Algae and stuff?
Well, I mean, the
It was-
best solution would be to take it out, because
Yeah,
you don't want
but I'm
that in
saying- But
there.
I'm saying, if it won't come out, can you try to see if it's just stopped?
It won't
right
come
there?
out. The only other solution is to break concrete or go do a tunnel and replace that P-trap.
So you think that's a loose piece?
I think it's loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I see the other end.
so what should?
Oh, okay.
If you pull that loose,
So-
it should fix the
He's
problem.
gonna try to
right?
see if he can pull that piece out.
Okay. Should I call Tia?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I mean, we're trying to confirm your tie-in first
Yeah.
to this.
That may be a piece of trash that fell into the pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's definitely,
See?
Oh,
That's coming
yeah.
from upstairs. That tie-in.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Can you tell him to pour some more water? No, he's calling. Hello? Yeah, pour some more, man.
That's only had 2 little bottles. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it seems like up here I don't have a P-trap, the water just you can hear it drain all the way down. It's like a P-trap, you can hear like if it has water, you can hear the water drop into it, but it's just like going straight down, no P-trap.
Yeah, that's fine, man. We're not concerned about that yet. We're
Okay.
concerned about this over here. Just get some more water. Pour some water in the kitchen into that bottle. The kitchen.
All right.
Okay.
But at least it looked like it did drain.
Yeah, but I want to see it drain.
Right,
I mean, I just don't want to guess,
right.
this guy's on this is the attorney. He's going to have to have a second opinion.
Yeah, the water's not there anymore.
It flowed, but.
But it was just a little
But
bit
when the
of
washing
amount.
machine is draining, it may flow so strong, it may not drain
Yeah,
quick enough.
yeah, the washing machine, they come out with pressure, 'cause
Yeah.
it's got a pump. And if it's got that debris in there, it's gonna back up quick. It's not gonna keep up
And
with the
that's
flow.
what the issue is,
Right
right?
there.
I mean, yeah. So far, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the issue. He's checked everything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, the issue now, we have to figure out how you're gonna get that out.
Yeah, we can write up an estimate, give you a bid, to see there is the water.
But then,
I mean, of course, it's not enough water to back it up right now.
well, here I
I
see.
mean, it's flowing, but once you get that full flow,
Yeah.
it's gonna back up.
And what's even worse is if it
When you
can
say
even push
how-
it further
A
down.
bid is.
An estimate.
An estimate,
Yeah.
right. But it's our issue, it's not the HOA?
No, it's not your issue, it's down here in her floor.
Well, whoever's gonna,
Whoever did the work
whoever's
down
responsible for the fix, is
Yeah.
gonna get a bid, they're gonna get a bid.
Yeah,
to
it's
fix it.
down
responsible
here in
for
her
the
unit,
fix?
it's not in your unit, it's her unit.
I mean, that's,
But that's what I'm trying to figure out is whose problem is it? It's this lady's problem or is
Well,
it?
it looks like it's her problem, but somebody's coming here and chopped up the concrete.
I mean,
down there.
I can't say that, y'all gonna have to work it out with,
No, I
the
understand.
owner
But
and-
what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is it's not a common issue. Is that right? It's not an HOA
it
issue?
doesn't look like it's a common issue.
It doesn't.
No,
So why did-
there's a piece of trash in there.
It's either here, this unit, or unit upstairs, whoever did the work.
I didn't do anything. I
Didn't do
haven't
anything?
done
Okay.
anything.
Well, it's,
But her work looks kind of funky, if you ask me, doing that drain
I
pipe the
can't,
way
I
it
can't
is.
really say
It
much
looks
about
like your
it.
pipe
All
was
you know is that
Well,
that's
what-
the
Yeah.
obstruction.
It looks
Yeah.
like your
Yeah.
drain was properly put in and tied into a drain, and then hers is kind of funky, but somebody's come down here and messed with all of this.
Yeah.
So
So-
what do I do?
So so far we found the issue, and I'm gonna do a sketch of how everything runs, and we're gonna give you, I mean, we're gonna send a bid whoever is responsible, which I don't know.
So how do you,
Yeah.
how do you think you can get that piece out of there?
We can try, I mean, of course,
Can they try now?
using the camera and then using some kind of wire or some kind,
Can you stick anything down there right now and see if it's loose? I mean, you have
No.
anything in your truck, like some kind of something thin that,
I really don't wanna push any further down with it. I mean, at this point, the only thing we can do is do an estimate, and then y'all can figure out who's responsible.
But I mean, but Don, I need to know who is responsible. I don't know how to figure out who's responsible.
this is not in your unit.
Yeah,
This is not in your unit.
it's in this
So
unit.
do I need, if it's not in my unit,
I
it's
think you
not
get an
the
estimate and you tell Tia
Yeah.
that it's not in your unit, it's in your unit, and it's somewhere in the concrete
Who's the
between
guy?
that and the ground.
Was it? Oh,
There's Ed.
There's the other guy.
Oh, is that it?
who's that?
He's the HOA.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
All right, so go ahead, we already recorded it, it's been recorded now, David, so let's turn it off.
Oh, you guys are having a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we are. That's good, just a minute.
How you doing?
The question is, what color is the blockage? Is it brown or is it green? Seriously.
I guess it just depends how you look at it. All right, so that's
That's
the
it.
problem right there, debris in the line, and in this case happens to be a piece of pipe.
I wonder how the first guys got in there and swabbed it out, remember? Did you see
I
any
never
invoice?
knew anybody swabbed anything out.
Yeah, the first guys come on out and they, cleaned it out and they poured a bunch of water down there to make sure the line was open.
Who were they? Are you talking about? Charlie's Plumbing?
Charlie's Plumbing.
See,
And
I
then the
didn't,
next day they came out and says, oh, it's all blocked up. And it's like, wait a minute, how could it have been cleaned at one point in time? Especially with that piece of busted pipe there.
Well,
When did that happen?
could Charlie's have dropped that in there when they were doing some work?
I don't know, sir.
So I can give you a real good guess on how that happened,
Yes.
but I wasn't here. If you open up the door,
What door?
this one, you'll see that there's some fresh pipe put in there. I'm suspecting that what they did was they broke that pipe so they could put the camera down the line to investigate. And that's when a piece broke off into the, fell down the pipe.
That could happen.
I have no idea.
But that piece right there is about, what, 18 inches below the concrete slab?
Yeah, it's way down
It's a
there.
foot and a half.
I mean, it goes down there, it's gonna go down to there.
Yeah, that should be right about where his left foot is. If you're
Because that's a smaller, you can see this pipe is a 2-inch, that's a smaller pipe.
1.5 inches.
Possibly,
That's not 2-inch, that's 1 inch.
no, the drain.
The
Oh,
drain line.
yeah, that's the one that,
Yeah, the drain line, the outer pipe, the inside pipe is a 3/4, it's this size right here.
I think, based on that, if that little piece is removed, then that's gonna tell if there's any blockage between here and the subline.
I don't think there's any blockage, because that water he just poured down
Yep.
went down.
Okay.
If that water, it would be a blockage down there, it would stick
there's a
around.
pool in there.
Yeah. So that's exactly what happened, because that, on the other end of that, it looks like a coupling, like one of those with the,
Yep. And also, if you look at that, whoever did it, they left a big opening there for water to back up and run all over the unit.
but that's exactly what it's doing, it's
You
going.
remember when all this stuff took place?
Well, we didn't get involved with it till end of July. So
Okay.
when this all happened,
So
I
that's-
have no idea.
That's the answer right there.
And $64,000 question is how can you get that out of there, short of bringing in a jackhammer on?
He thinks he may be able to fish it out.
Oh,
But
you're-
we'll have to redo that T on it, we remove that T down there so we'd be closer to the ground.
Right,
And then
right.
try to get in there and pull it out.
Yeah, there's no way we can do it from up here or even down here, but we can try. I mean, we're gonna put a bid,
So actually, it's not my problem up here.
Problem's
It's
here.
The problem is here. It's
you're
here.
tying into this, we
I'm
confirmed
tied
that.
into this.
Yeah.
But the problem is here.
Right, mm-hmm,
That's exactly right.
yeah.
Because we never had an issue before.
It's a 2-inch drain line,
Mhm.
but anything
And-
that
and-
drains into that drains
And,
fine.
and,
It's,
and I went into bed that's a P-trap down there. Remember Dad was telling you,
When you say P-trap, what's a P-trap?
the hose water?
Well, the sewer smell won't come through.
Yep. So
Why would they
that,
put a P-trap there?
that's how they built them back then.
Really?
Yep. To keep that smell out of the,
Well, that would be for raw sewage. This is like fresh water out of the.
no, it's tying into your sewer line.
it's a subline, off the sewer line.
Yeah, it's tying into your sewer line.
No, that
The
makes
sewer
sense.
line runs right
Yeah.
down here, and then you break off to the kitchen, you break off to the bathroom, you break
Yeah, the
off to
sewer
the
line
sink.
runs actually on
Yeah.
the other side of
Right
that
here.
wall in the middle of the.
No,
It
right,
runs right here.
right there. We already
They put
located.
a camera.
They've already done the
Are you sure that
ultrasound.
wasn't fresh water line?
No,
That's the sewer line,
The sewer line?
yeah.
he did an
And
ultrasound.
this tie-in is right there, right on the other side.
Yeah, and it breaks
Yeah.
off here and goes this direction from here.
God, I'm real surprised that's not in the center part of the building.
Well, I mean, it's a little, yeah, it's almost there to the center, the building.
Yeah, the center would be about 6 feet that way.
Well,
Well,
I
they
mean,
can't make them exactly.
So in conclusion, you're saying that if you pull that piece out, then that would be enough to free up the line, and that's
Yeah.
what's causing the blockage.
and then we can put a snake in there, a smaller snake, so we can go through that P-trap and clear that P-trap from debris, and then problem solved. Because I'm winning the bed, that's a P-trap right there. P-trap is the one that does this.
Right,
Yeah.
as you said, goes all
And see,
down.
what's bad, Ed, is that we can't lease this place. Well, not here, mine upstairs. It cannot be leased, it cannot be sold until this is resolved.
Yeah, but the problem that the board is facing, well, we shouldn't get into this because now we got lawyers involved.
Well, I know, but I had no other recourse. What other recourse did I have?
Recourse against TIA. Yeah, she's been pretty much, have you heard from her?
I've spoken with her, yeah, she's on board with me, but I knew nothing about this. This started in June or whatever, and I knew nothing about this until just about a month ago.
Yeah, because the email that
No one
I first saw from you, I said it started 4 months ago, which was
Yeah, and I
in
knew
March
nothing, no one
timeframe.
mentioned anything to me about this whatsoever. The board, Tia, no one said anything to me.
Surprise. We've been involved with this thing since
Really?
early June,
And see, I didn't know anything about it.
right?
And I
Wow.
take care of my property.
Yeah.
That's one thing we do.
But in any regards, the reservation, I shouldn't say this, but the reservation that's not a pipe that was put in during original construction. That was a pipe that was added after the fact. Because the original, where the washer and dryer were originally, it had been off of the small bathroom like all the other units. And the air conditioning drain, if you go out there, you can see a pipe that comes out of the outside of the wall. That was the original air conditioning drain that was used to.
That's the overflow on the outside.
Right, for the air conditioning
Yeah.
for both units. So that pipe is added after the fact.
That
Well,
2-inch
something
pipe?
fell.
Yes,
No, that 2 inch, I mean, from what I'm looking at, it looks like it's been there since construction. Now, up here, this tie-in, that's been added. That's a T.
why would they add a pipe with nothing into it if they added that T? Where's the source of that pipe?
Her washer and this washer.
Yeah, but the washer and dryer were originally installed in different parts of the unit. It's originally installed like all of the other 2-bedroom, 2-baths in the small bedroom. In fact, I can show you where they are in the other units, but whoever it is put a wall up so you don't see any pieces of pipe coming out. And that's the reservation that we have.
But what he was saying that regardless of the tie-in, that would not have an issue. If
Yeah,
that's-
because it's been working. It's been flowing. It's been draining.
A drain's a drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but drains clog up.
Yeah.
Case in
In this
point.
case, that's the reason for stoppage.
Okay, put together a proposal. I don't know, are you working for,
Yeah.
their corporation?
No,
Well, no,
Es un tapón.
I just asked them to come out
Un tapón.
to give me another opinion,
Right.
is what I wanted to do. Because I already had Charlie's plumbing opinion with the camera and the letter in which he wrote, and I wanted a second opinion.
Well, you didn't get the one from Best Plumbing? Because we had them out here also.
Well, Best
You never
Plumbing
got
wanted,
that?
Best Plumbing wanted to charge
16.
like $1,600 for Tia and I to pay to do what these guys are doing right now. And I didn't want Best Plumbing, I'll be very
Now,
honest.
they already did that. So he's saying for what these guys are doing right now, so they're gonna actually go ahead and fix this?
They're gonna give an
But
estimate.
they're gonna give an
Okay, so they're
estimate.
gonna provide an estimate, okay.
yeah, we're just here to run the camera and figure out what's going
But they
on.
think it's kind of an easy fix, really.
Well,
without having to
I mean,
tear up
I'm just
anything.
saying, there's no guarantees, but I'm pretty sure we can probably get it out.
Get that
But-
out and then
then
route the
and then
line here
snake
just to
it.
make sure, snake it and make sure there's no
Yeah.
debris in there.
Make sure it's clear of debris and then problem solved. But that's just assuming that we're able to get it out. But if not, we're gonna have to either tunnel or break concrete here to get in there and replace that.
Well, tunneling is gonna be an expensive piece, you'd be better off, busting concrete there to get to it.
Which it looks like they've done some work here.
Yep, and that was when they put this monstrosity together the first time.
Yeah, so,
As the plot thickens.
Does your association require homeowners to submit things to the board when they do any repairs like this?
It all depends on what the repair is. If you want to, replace
I mean,
chandeliers.
was all this documented when they came and done this by the previous owners?
I don't think Tia knew anything about it. We didn't know
But you didn't
about
have any
that.
record from the previous owner, right?
No. What I did for background information is I went back to Bob. I go, Bob, tell me about this. When was this done?
All I heard is that some man owned both units.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, some
It
guy
was
owned.
Paul, and if I heard his last name, I'd remember, but what he did was he was kind of like a gallant spirit in the sense that he did this without getting city permits or without getting approval of the board. He just did it on his own, and one day it was done. And it's like, well, gee, you can't be doing major structural changes like that. So I don't know who was on the board then, but I can tell you they would not have approved of that move until buy anything.
Right. So where are we at this point?
I guess you're
we-
waiting
we-
for a proposal from these guys
Yeah.
and then forward it to Kristen.
Okay,
And then we'll have a look at it. We're pretty much under the impression that, hey, that pipe was not ours, we can't, and we're not gonna fix it.
so you're saying that you think that it is the responsibility of the homeowner and not
That's
the,
correct.
and not the HOA?
That's correct. Yeah, we'll let our lawyers fight that out.
Yeah.
That's what we pay them for.
That's exactly right.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up and I'll record all that. We'll have a copy at the office and they can email you.
Okay.
Also, if
And
we
can I have
include
the video?
pictures.
I want the video.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll get it.
I won't have trouble pulling it up on my phone.
Well, you can just pull
You
it
know,
up on the
because
desk.
I couldn't
on
pull
the
it up.
desktop.
I couldn't pull it up from here.
And then you're gonna give an estimate on what it would be to
Yeah,
finish that out.
what I do, I'll
and check the
I'll send
line.
all the information to my estimator, which is Kevin and Dale,
Okay,
and they'll write it up and they'll
Okay.
send it to you.
okay,
I'll send, and they'll have a copy of this video too,
okay,
so they can go back and see what's going on.
okay.
Yeah, that's the problem that Charlie's had. I met with a young guy from Charlie's, and he just had attitude all over the place. He was insistent on drilling a tunneling in from the outside. And okay, show me what's going on. He couldn't pull up the images on his phone. It's like, okay, so you can't provide any pictures. Can you send someone out who could show me what it looks like? And then we lost a lot of respect for Charlie's. You know, they're not welcome on the property on a go-forward basis.
Blaine.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out, pick it up tomorrow.
Okay.
And I've got another.
Ma'am, are we gonna send you the bill or are you gonna pay?
I'm sorry?
Are you gonna, are we
You
gonna send
mean
you?
for today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and I can always give it to the attorney, I guess. Yes, I'll pay for today.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna walk you.
If the pipe is what's causing the blockage, what caused the blockage in the first place before the pipe was down there? That originally they called out for.
Mom?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure what's going on before, but this is my first time here.
I wish it were mine.
And from my experience, I've been doing it for more than 22 years. When washing machines start pumping water with pressure, that's gonna back up right there.
I did see damage to the floor where when the guys upstairs ran their washer, that it overflowed.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, we were looking at that
Yeah, you
too.
could see that. You could see some of the floors
Yeah.
are right around this area. So who are you guys with?
Belknap Plumbing?
Belknap.
Yeah.
Do you guys do exterior drain cleaning?
Yeah, we do it all.
What's the maximum size pipe that you're cleaning for the drain?
We can go up to 6, 8 inch mains.
You got anything that goes above that, like 12 inch?
We can probably, we have the jet.
The big jet with a big bullet, the bullet's
yeah.
about that big, it
Yeah.
cuts, I mean, that
Yeah.
takes.
So you can go?
Yeah.
Because we're looking for someone to do all of our drains around
Yes.
the property.
Yes, we do it.
Do you have a card, or you have someone give you a call or something?
Yeah, I have a card, I have those, my door,
Yeah.
those,
Yeah, and I
ambulance
want
doors.
one also.
You have one, okay.
Yeah.
We don't want these guys to get away.
Already?
Huh?
We don't want these guys to get away.
No, these guys know what they're doing. But actually, when this gets down to the nitty gritty, I know I'm not supposed to be speaking because of litigation.
Sure.
I don't have a problem. The problem is here.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not my problem.
Fortunately, you're tied into
I'm
this.
tied in, but it's
Yeah.
because of her blockage here. Am I right? Because of this pipe? This is an easy fix. If you could get this pipe out.
Assuming that we can get it out.
Right.
That's just assuming. It's not guaranteed. I'm not guaranteeing that we can get it out. We just,
But you kind of have to, where did that piece of pipe come from? Did it come from here?
from
Well,
that,
then, there you go. It didn't come from up there.
yeah. No, it didn't come from up there.
You know what I'm
That's-
saying?
That's clearly, yep.
I don't know,
Mine's
that's,
draining. Mine is draining, but I can't use it because I don't want to flood her area here.
You can't use it because it's not keeping up with the flow because of that.
That's right.
because of that.
But if that
repair
were
they
to,
did
if that were
dropped
to be
it there.
removed and you used a small fish line to try to unclog whatever, that would solve the problem. Am I correct?
But we have to take out that piece of
I
pipe.
know, I'm
Quite
saying.
possibly have to go
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not able to take it out,
Right,
Then
then you
we-
have to go the expensive way.
yeah.
Don't say that, 'cause I just cringe. But then the expensive way would be from there to here.
Right.
If the main drain line is where you suspect it is.
I ran the camera over there and I got a video and it looked good down there.
Where'd you run the camera in
From the
from?
main clean out over there,
Gotcha.
coming in.
So you actually saw the pipe bend this way and then under the
Didn't
building?
you show that the pipe was
It's
holding
got a belly, but it's not a bad one.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause that pipe was replaced about 4 years ago now.
4 years, okay.
When we did foundation on that end of the building.
Oh, okay.
And at that point in time, when they tunneled out, it was a straight line under the middle part of the building.
There's an
And that's-
offset over here that goes, and then offsets back into the line.
Okay, that is, so the main line is still in the wall, but this
Yeah.
is something that's an offshoot.
It's a branch that comes here that's tying into the,
Now that makes sense. Hopefully, you won't have to come in with a jackhammer, just, do the job here.
yeah.
So what are we saying? Is this a problem that she has, Tia, and not the board?
That's what the board is saying, because that's a customized pipe that was put in. That wasn't put in as part of the original
I thought
drawings
you
for the
said it was
building.
original. Didn't you say that?
No, this pipe down here is original,
The
but
pipe
what's
is
coming
original.
up from up here and to here is
Yeah.
not.
That T, that add-on, that's not original. Somebody added that drain.
You mean from down here?
Yeah.
There
Like you
is-
said,
didn't add anything.
like you said, the owner that owned these,
Uh-huh.
he probably did the work, had somebody do the work.
Yep. And if you look at how, what a collusion, have you looked at the washer dryer and where the hot water tank is in this
Yeah.
unit?
I saw that.
Yeah, it's on the
Oh
top.
my God, that thing
Yeah.
springs a leak and it's gonna short
Yeah.
out this half of the building.
Yeah, it is.
But
So unfortunately, you're in a situation where you had nothing to do with it in the past,
Right.
so.
So it's basically this responsibility. The HOA is saying it's not their responsibility
Oh,
because it's
thank you.
not common.
Oh, I just needed
I
one.
need
Yeah.
one. Yeah, thank you. Because it's not common, but it's Tia's problem, and Tia is saying that it's common. And Charlie's Plumbing said that also in a letter. That it was coming from the sewer line that was deteriorated.
Where?
I don't know, I've got the letter.
I didn't see no,
Yeah, I've not seen that letter, so I can't
Yes,
comment
yeah,
on
we
that.
forwarded it to you. Christian Kelly, I think.
Kristen
forwarded-
has it? Well,
Yeah, I can show it to you if you want me to.
yeah, that's okay, I'll take your word for it. But
it's gonna turn
I
off
do
this
not
thing.
trust them. 'Cause
Turn
the
off.
only solution
We
that he
don't
could
trust
think
who?
of, Charlie's Plumbing.
Charlie.
I didn't like the attitude